Joins us now from Encounter Bay Footy Club down on the Flurio, Jason Horne-Francis. Hello, Jace.
Hey lads, how are you? Thanks for having me on.
No, an
thanks for
absolute
joining us.
pleasure. We love it. How's it been down there? I believe you got down there this morning. Is that right?
Yeah, we've been out all day. We've visited over 20 schools throughout the whole squad, and it's been a great way to get the kids involved, and we love being down here interacting with them, so it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's a beautiful initiative, and it's a great thing that all the AFL clubs do, getting out to the country communities. Hey, how's the body? We said before your career's been much publicised. How's the body? How are the calves? How are you tracking this year?
Yeah, no, body's all good. Calves are going along nicely. Everything tracked along really well, and they're all good now, so that's good. And my back from last year's all good now. Going along really well, and running out full sessions on the track. So I can't be happier with the way that I've started.
Okay, Jason, year one at North Melbourne, so much is either myth or fact, let it go.
Yep.
Second year at Port Adelaide, really challenging for you. The way in which you were treated by opposition supporters was challenging. What do you expect in year three? Where are you going to be better physically and mentally for your third year of AFL footy?
Yeah, I think these first 2 years have set me up, I guess, really nicely. The things that I've been through and stuff. I think it's really helped me and helped me mature as a player and as a person as well. So, I think year three will be a well-prepared year for me. I feel like hopefully I can play some good footy, but definitely the mental side of footy. I'll really hopefully be in good stead for that. So, like I said, I'm really excited to get into it, and Dad's always said to me that it's 80% in your head and 20% on the field, and I think I've said that a couple of times before. So, that you find that out pretty quickly, and I found that out within the first 2 years. So, no, it's good to get that, I guess, exposure, and now hopefully I'm well prepared.
Yeah, well, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't know if it was presumptive by Rooch, but did it affect you, the booing? I bloody loved it. Oh, not for you, for me.
Yeah. I guess it gave me that little bit of drive on field, I guess, but, besides that, it didn't affect me too much. Like, it was obviously tough, and sometimes I didn't get it sometimes especially from other teams, but I also still did understand it a bit. But it was definitely a surprise, but, I feel like I dealt with it pretty well, and if it comes again, I'll be prepared for it. And I've been speaking to people around the club like Trav, and just about accepting things, and that's something that I'll have to accept, and hopefully well prepared for it this time.
So, Jason, when you go looking for that answer, which is about the 80% above the shoulders, who do you turn to?
My dad. So he's the main driver of that. He told me from when footy started to get really serious in my life. He was the bloke I turned to all the time, and he's helped me through heaps, and he's the one that put that in my head. And whenever I need someone to talk to vent to, he's always there for me. Not having him around the club. Kenny's a massive one for me that I can go and talk to anytime. I think a lot of boys have said that he's a father figure to a lot of us, and he's definitely one to me. So he's a huge one that I can turn to anytime. And I had a chat with Travis this week as well, bloke. So he's also one that is a mate and a teammate that to me that I can turn to anytime. So I'm very thankful and lucky that I've got a great support crew and mates around me that I can turn to.
We've got some incredible memories of you and Ken Hinkley, particularly the embrace after a game last year.
In the rain.
Yeah. Now, is there a theme or a thought or something that Ken said to you that's going to stick with you for the rest of your life?
Yeah, Ken's taught me. He's taught me a lot of lessons at my first year at the club. I think in that game it was you might not be having the best game, but you can change it really quick in one quarter, and that's kind of what he said to me after the game in that instance. So yeah, I've learned a lot of things off him, and he's been there for me when I needed it. So I can't thank him enough for what he's done.
All right, last one on you, because it can be awkward. You've been compared to a lot of players for a player that's so young. We've heard that you like Buckley, Rashudo, Dangerfield. Who do you think you like?
Oh well, they're the players that you named. They're all unreal players, and you always have that bloke that you looked up to when you were young, and obviously mine was my dad, and Nat Fyfe was my guy,
Yep.
and if I can strive to be half as good as what all them players that you named were, I'll be happy. I just want to be the best player that I can be, and hopefully we can get some success this year. But yeah, the ultimate goal is to just play some good footy, and hopefully we can have some success as a team. So yeah, try not to compare myself to anyone and put that much pressure on me. But
No, not a comparison, just in game style. All right, we'll make it easier.
So the
now.
Nat Fyfe one's interesting because Kim earlier in the show pointed out you're not going to spend all your time in the middle because Porter got so many options there. But we know how Nat Fyfe was so hard to match up when he went forward. Not a great kick at goal, but he was difficult to match up. Do you see the same unfolding in your game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I feel like I've got some weapons up forward that I could definitely use. My speed, my marking that I haven't really showed as yet. But yeah, I definitely feel like I've got a lot of weapons, and I guess a hard matchup up forward. I guess for opposition teams. So hopefully I can utilise that this year, and I know Kenny's really looking forward to me playing me down there, and giving me that split between midfield and forward, so I can't wait.
Very excited to see Port Adelaide perform this year. Let's talk about some of the new boys at the club. Give us an update. Jordan Sweet from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's been good. He's a competitive beast. He is. I think all of the players that we picked up are just competitive and love to compete. So that's the main thing at our club that we love. We all love to compete, and Sweetie's been big for us, well, me especially as a midfielder. I know all the other midfielders we're lucky enough to get 2 new ruckmen in, so we couldn't wait to meet him and get stuck into things, and he hasn't let us down. So can't be more happier with him.
It's going to be interesting how they're positioned and how they're played, but I think Ivan Soldo is going to be huge for the club this year. How's he looking on the track?
Yeah, big Ivan. He's been awesome. He hasn't trained. He hurt his finger, I think, on our camp up in Gold Coast, so we didn't get to see him too much, but he's come back for these past, I think, week and a half, and wow, he's been dominating. He has on the track, so it's been fun to play with. Out in the midfield, it's good when you have a ruckman that's just tapping it down your throat the whole time. That really helps. So yeah, he's been. Yeah, like I said, he's been awesome, and he's been great to play with.
And a bit of a character, we believe.
Yeah, he's a big character. So he's good. He's good value to have around the club.
Second time lucky for Asava Radicalaire because it was a long, challenging road to get out of Geelong to Port Adelaide. He got there the second time round. What's he presented once he's got to Alberton?
He's just presented this big tall man down back that you can't really get through. Him playing him and Aaliyah on the same team, especially when I'm in the opposite team, I'm thinking, how are we going to get through this? I feel like the backline's gelled so well with him, and he's understood how everyone plays, especially down back. So he's fit in really well. And yeah, like I said again, I can't wait to see what he does, especially with the backline we've got. And he's going to slot right in.
Largely because of you, to get you to the club only had some very late draft picks. And we had one of them on the show, and he was an absolute bloody ripper. Tommy Alphabet, how's he going? Pick 48 from the Geelong Falcons.
Yeah, Tommy Alphabet, yeah. He's been good. He's a little pocket rocket. I think he's one of the fittest at the club already. Just his running capability is something I haven't seen before from a first-year bloke that come into the club. So I know I definitely wasn't like that. So for him to come in, the shape that he's in and him covering the ground, he's a first-year boy. He's got a lot to learn. So I think, he's already got a good foundation set up for him. So I think he's like all the first-year boys. They're all asking questions. They all want to get better. So that's the main thing that you want from young boys coming in, and so all of them have been awesome with asking questions and just wanting to get better. So, but yeah, Tommy has been a great addition. Just him covering the ground, and his speed to get out and chase people and put pressure on has been unreal.
Jason, one of the buzz themes of AFL footy is about connection, zone by zone. Not always easy for Port, and we saw that at the end of last year when it didn't continue on and the straight sets exit from the finals. But how have you worked on that on the summer of reconnecting defence, midfield and forwards?
Yeah, I think the main thing in finals and about finals footy is that you need that experience and that exposure to it. And I think a lot of us young boys and even the older boys, we've got more exposure to it as well. Having last year playing in 2 finals games, so I think just that is gonna help us for this year leading up. And we're still trying to evolve our game plan and work on things that will make us better and defend better, move the ball better. So I think this year alone is just going to help us connect, mature up, and we're going to be, hopefully more prepared than we were last year for this final series, and hopefully we can do one better.
Your second year at Port Adelaide and your second captain already, Connor Rosie. How's that been, that change?
Yeah, he's been good. He's been awesome. I think he said that he's had to have some hard conversations with people, and that's what comes with being a captain. I haven't had one of them luckily yet, but he's been awesome. Him and Zach leading the way. It's just good to have some. It's good to have some young developing leaders at the club that are just taking it upon themselves and wanting to lead this footy club in the right direction. So, I can only speak highly of both of them and Connor. He's been awesome for the club at the moment.
Now, I'm trying to imagine Zach Butters having a hard conversation with anyone.
Yeah, that's a fair call as well.
I can't see that.
Me either, to be honest.
All right. Well, what is your nickname and what do the boys call you? Is it the Hornet or the Horn Dog? What do you prefer?
Yeah, I get a bit thrown away. I get Hornet. Hornet's the main one. Horny's another one. There's a scene with Horn on the last name. So yeah, I get a bit of that. Then Kenny calls me Toey, which is if you're in Melbourne, you would know that as well. So there's a few. Kenny loves making up nicknames for everyone that comes to the club. So if you ask Kenny, he'll have plenty going for you.
Now, Jason, we remember those finals for South Adelaide at Adelaide Oval, and you looked like more than a bull among men in that league. Have you beefed up even more over the summer? Was that possible?
Yeah, I've definitely tried to. I think for me in the off season was just to get myself fit because I knew that I wasn't at my fittest at that time, and like you said, I feel like I was I'm a pretty strong competitor as well, but that didn't stop me from working on that. But yeah, definitely honed down on my fitness and getting that right, and hence why I went with Trav over to America and did a lot of things with him. So I knew he was the top runner at the club, and he still is. And I just try to do everything with him because he's the best at it at the moment. So, but yeah, definitely try to get myself a bit stronger and faster and fitter. So, hopefully it can show this year.
Hey, Jace, what did you learn over there? Was anything different?
Yeah, I just learned a lot of Trav and about the way he prepares and how he looks after his body. He's 35 years of age now and he's still humming around the track like he's doing something right. And I just learned the way he prepares, and even just for a running session in the morning that we did, how professional he was. I learned all that stuff off him, and hopefully I can just keep maturing up like that and learning new things off him and other people like leaders at the club. So. Yeah, I learned a lot over there, and it was great experience and exposure for me to get that go over there at such a young age and get the experience of things and do the training that we did. I can't thank Trav enough for inviting me over there and taking me over there. It was an awesome trip.
We really appreciate you making the time to chat to us today. All the best down there at the Encounter Bay Footy Club tonight and over the next couple of days, and all the work you're doing within the community there. Look forward to chatting you throughout the year and can't wait to see you out there on the field.
Thank you. No, thanks, lads. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Jason.
Absolute pleasure. Jason.